I'm Wolf, and this is Arcanaignition. The moon is a waxing crescent, and I'm going to read some tarot. My question this evening is from Rachel, and Rachel writes, I'm embarking on a new life project, one that feels very connected to my soul's work and very intimidating in terms of overcoming fears and technological challenges. I would be so grateful for guidance from the Oracle as I embark on this quest. Okay, Rachel, two things are coming up for me. The first is huge curiosity about what this life project is. And the second is total buzzing excitement. I love projects that feel connected to my soul, projects that are intimidating in terms of overcoming fears, and projects that force me to learn new technical and technological adventures. So I am really happy and excited to give you some guidance about this new life project. I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck, and let's see what the cards have to say. All right, Rachel, for your new life project, the first card I'm pulling for you Last Judgment. And Last Judgment is the now or never card. Last Judgment is when things are reborn. There's another chance, a new revival. This is the second to last card of the Major Arcana, which speaks to this sense of almost completion. And it's interesting that this space and this card of almost completion is also a rebirth card. So rebirth happens before the very end, before the world that wraps it up and sums up everything, in which everything melts back into each other again, and the stuff of the universe or of God or of a particular stage or moment in your life again becomes undifferentiated universe, as opposed to individual parts of your life or the world that look like discrete units. So this whole idea of how the world appears to contain an objective reality and things that are not other things. Like, I am me, I am not this card. This illusion is very clear at the moment of the Last Judgment. It becomes obvious that we are part of a greater whole, and that the universe and the human spirit is cyclical. And this is your chance to have something that maybe you thought was dead, that maybe you thought didn't exist, and have it come out, trumpets blaring, ready to roll. That's exciting. All right, Rachel, the second card that I'm pulling for you. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is more on this trip of ending things and end of cycles. And Ten of Swords is this enough is enough thing. Ten of Swords is something is very, very dead, and whatever that is, very, very much needed to die. Ten of Swords looks a little scary. It's got a guy with a whole bunch of swords in his back. And this card, in its most lovely and exciting form, to me, reads as just like, it's done. Thank God. This thing is so over, you can't even question, is it over, right? We waste I waste a lot of time, or rather I spend a lot of time wondering, is this thing over? Should I keep going? Should I try to save it? Is it worth saving? When the Ten of Swords comes up, like, no, gone. So there's a nice clarity in that. And swords represent the intellect or the mind or discernment. So the thing that is at an end for you is something you've been like overthinking. It's a thought-based thing that's done. It's an idea. It's a project. It's a way of seeing the world. And thank goodness it's done. Now you can move on. And the last card that I'm pulling for you, Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is about holding tight onto your material resources. Four of Pentacles is a bit of a miserly card. He's got this coin in his hands. He's got these coins under his feet, on his head. It's not very mobile. When you're hanging on to all your resources, you can't go very far. And this particular deck, he looks very at peace with this decision. He looks like he's in a nurturing space. There's a little bit of egg-like quality around it, like waiting for it to grow. All right, so guidance as you embark on this new life project, the life project that feels very connected to your soul's work and also intimidating in terms of overcoming fears and challenges. So we're going to look at all three of these cards together. Last Judgment is a wake up and go card. Ten of Swords is a kill what needs to die card. And Four of Pentacles is a hold on to what matters card. So how do you kill what needs to die while holding on to what matters and also awakening to your life's purpose? I'm seeing that this life project of yours, there's a real need for it in the world right now. Whatever it is that you're thinking about doing is in alignment with our particular universe and things that are gonna help us all in these challenging times. It's a real call from above for you to do it. And your challenges are going to involve setting aside things that you thought you knew and holding tight to things you already have. There's this both constriction and release. Contraction, and what's the opposite of contraction? Flow. And this contraction release pattern has to do with you letting go of the realm of mind, letting go of overthinking it, making too many decisions, and what you're holding on to are the stable things in your life. So there's some material thing going on in terms of this life quest, something you've already accumulated, something you feel secure about, and you're going to use that as a basis on which to build. You're going to hold tight to this particular material aspect of your life while you release and fully release and do some kind of death ritual about whatever part of it involves the overthinking and the questioning and the judgments, and let that shit go. So in summary, congratulations. This is big. Hold on to some things, let go of others. I hope that helps you, Rachel. If you're watching this and you would like me to answer a question of yours, send it to arcanaignition@gmail.com. If you're watching this and you want to watch more of these, subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching this and you're looking at the cards and you have alternative advice for Rachel as she embarks on her new life project, feel free to post it in the comments below.